day of school this year, I was sitting in Mrs. Will's math class, and the desk next to me was open. As I was sitting there, minding my own business, keeping my head down, I looked up when I heard an unfamiliar face ask if they could sit in the open seat. As I got to talking with this girl, I found out that she wasn't just another junior that I didn't know in my Algebra 2 math class, but instead, she was Lily Crook, and it was her first day at Forest Hill Central. I've moved 3 times, so I have a lot of experience with being a new student, so today I'm going to teach you how you can make a new student feel more comfortable. My first tip is to simply reach out. So by this, I mean just introduce yourself. They're going to walk into all their classes, look in the hallways, and it's going to be filled with faces that they've never seen before. So if you can just simply say hello and introduce yourself to them, you'll make them feel a little more comfortable. When you introduce yourself, you should ask to see their schedule and let them know if you have any classes together. This will let them know that maybe in their 5th hour, they'll finally recognize someone during their day. Also, if you realize that you have lunch together, you should ask them if they'd like to sit at your lunch table. If you do this, there's 2 important things to remember, and the first thing is to not make them feel obligated to sit with you. Because hopefully throughout the day, other people will also offer for them to sit with their friends, and you don't want them to have stress about maybe hurting your feelings if you don't sit together. The second thing is to make sure they know where you're going to be sitting in the cafeteria, so they don't just walk in and maybe freak out because they have no idea where you are and they don't want to just roam around aimlessly trying to find you. My second tip is to just be friendly. It's always nice to have friends rather than just be ignored, because as a new student, you know that everybody knows that you're the new kid. So if you just reach out, like I said earlier, you can maybe make their day a little brighter and have them leave their first day of school here with a positive mindset about what the next year will hold here. My third and final tip is to just be helpful. So when you're comparing schedules, if you notice you recognize where that one classroom is, you should ask them if maybe they need directions finding it. It's important to remember, though, if you do this, that you should keep the directions very simple, because they may not know where things like the cafeteria, library, or even the different staircases are yet. If you think back to your first day here, you probably thought that this school was a lot bigger than what it seems to you now. So keep in mind that they're going to feel the same exact way. So if you give them simple directions that they can follow easily to find their class, they won't have to deal with the stress of walking into their 2nd hour late and maybe embarrassing themselves. And just keep in mind that your simple knowledge of even where the cafeteria is will really go a long way to help reduce their stress. So a couple important things to remember is that your goal is to just make the experience of moving less overwhelming for somebody. So just by not ignoring someone and giving them simple help will really go a long way and maybe make them leave their first day feeling like it was a good one. So overall, moving is a very stressful experience, but if you do the right things for a new student, you can make the stressful experience worth it.
Surprised no one did.